Hi everyone, my name is Taddy and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about stepping into your authentic self, what this means, and just a few steps on how to do this for yourself. I kind of wanted to share my own personal experiences with this as it's something I've recently went through in the last year, and I'm hoping this video helps. So if you're interested, keep watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me out. And yeah, I kind of wanted to just do a sit down video. I don't really want to edit this video, so I want to try and communicate to the best of my ability what stepping into your authentic self means. And I want to just say, for a full disclaimer, that this can be different for everyone. Please take what you can from this. This is more so just my own personal experiences with doing this, and I really just want to help people in some way by sharing my own personal story and experiences. So, what does stepping into your authentic self mean? For myself, I would say that stepping into your authentic self means living your life with integrity, living the life that you want, and being your true self. And to kind of describe what your true self is can be different for everyone, but it's something that if everything went away, who are you to your core? And are you living your highest good in that sense as well? So these are just a few questions to ask yourself for when you want to think about what is your authentic self. For me personally, I feel like I haven't become my authentic self until this year, and there are many reasons for this, but I think I was just so afraid to speak my mind, to say what I want, to do what I want, and I was living a life of fear. And honestly, this wasn't really healthy. This wasn't, it just made me unhappy, and I didn't know how much I was holding myself back because I think we grow up with a lot of limiting beliefs, and we grow up really thinking about not wanting to disappoint our parents or not wanting to break out of society in general. We kind of just want to play by the rules, stick to this plan. By this age I'll do this, by this age I do this. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I think societal pressures really did affect me. And I think it wasn't until I started to really sit with myself and my feelings and understand what steps I needed to take in order to do this. And to be honest, I had no guideline to do this, but I kind of wanted to offer some steps to you guys just in case it's helpful. I actually don't want to make this video too long, so that's why I'm also just going to talk through this, and I think it's gonna be helpful in that sense. So it's so noisy, oh my gosh. Okay, step one, I would say, is you have to learn how to love yourself. And this is the first step for a lot of reasons for myself. I personally didn't love myself for a long, long time. And I think it did take a while. It took a long time for me to fully accept myself, to fully love myself the way I needed to be loved. And there are a lot of ways to do this. If you want a whole video on self-care, please let me know in the comments below. But I'm just going to go through a few things that helped me. And number one was positive affirmations every day, telling yourself that you are worthy, that you're valuable, that you deserve love, that you deserve money, that you deserve things. I was so afraid that I didn't deserve anything in my life. And okay, sorry about that. Another thing, I'm a bit emotional. So another thing would be to really understand where that belief comes from. Everyone has different limiting beliefs growing up, and it's about recognizing them and understanding, okay, why do I think this? Okay, and how can I shift my perspective? How can I shift my mindset so that I can tell myself I deserve these things and I deserve to be loved? And even if you're just the only person who loves you, which I don't think so at all. I think everyone does have a lot of love in their life. It's just hard to see sometimes. But I think if you can love yourself, it's so, so powerful. And sometimes other people have to love us in order for us to see that love within ourselves. So I really want to emphasize that this is a hard process to learn how to love yourself. You have to really sit with your feelings, you have to feel your emotions and really properly assess them. And sometimes that can be very, very scary for a lot of people because it's it's hard. It's hard to actually sit with what we're feeling and recognize why we're sad, why we're upset. And for me, it's always been an issue of self-worth, and certain things in my life happened where it just made me question my self-worth. So um I think it's something to always go back to understand, why do we have these limiting beliefs and how can we change them and let go of them. And I would just emphasize again, what helped me was positive affirmations. It was going to therapy and understanding where do those thoughts come from. And I also had a mindset coach. Shout out to Eden Wine, and she was really amazing for that. I also had a business coach, Cassie Drake. So they've been amazing to me. So I needed that help and guidance from someone else to help me see and go through that process of understanding my limiting beliefs as well as learning to love myself. And I I kind of put them hand in hand. Like, I do think that there's two separate things, so that could be two separate steps, but I feel like they're still together at the same time because everything is connected, everything in our lives are connected, our thoughts are connected. So it's about recognizing those things and understanding how we can shift our perspective and mindset. So again, to reiterate, I would say to look into positive affirmations you can tell yourself every day, to sit with your feelings, to find a mindset coach or a therapist or someone that you can really process what you're feeling and your emotions, because that can really help you see your worth and value and how much you can love yourself, which can help you break through and see that process, that how to go into your authentic self. So my next step would be self-reflection, and I see self-reflection as such a positive thing that has helped me throughout my life, but especially in this last year. And with self-reflection, I kind of relate this to astrology because we always, if we learn about who we are, that just helps us love ourselves. And again, all these steps are connected because it makes so much sense. Because if we understand who we are, we can understand how to love ourselves better. We can understand what makes us unique, what makes us special. And for me, astrology has helped me in this regard. I've read a lot of books, self-help books have been really helpful, and just again, therapy. It's been a process to understand, okay, who am I at my core? What are the elements? What are my strengths? What are my values? And I will just emphasize that understanding my values has helped me immensely in terms of what do I want to focus on and how do I want to help people. For example, some of my values are community, it's also self-growth, it's also creativity, and it's also just my relationships. So it's for me, it's been understanding what has value to me and how can I focus on those values. I'm gonna leave a list of values either on this video or down below, and you can kind of get a sense of some example values, but I just wanted to emphasize a few of mine. And I do have more values than that, but it's narrowing down like what do you truly care about and how can you really see that in your life? How can you focus on that in your life? Another, so after you've learned to love yourself and you've sat with your feelings, you've self reflected, what this brings is the next step. And I'm only going to go through 3 steps right now just because I think I might make this a series. I think it's been difficult for me to shorten these videos. This is like the 4th time I've filmed this video. So I'm just going to do 3 main points, some steps, and hopefully if you guys like this video, please like it now and let me know in the comments if you would like a part 2. But the 3rd step after you've gone through this process is to let go of fear. And this has been one of the most difficult things for me to do. And I had a lot of fears in the last year. I had so many fears, and it was just me being afraid of showing who I truly was. And one of these fears was me starting a YouTube channel. One of these fears was me posting my poetry, telling other people I wrote poetry, showing those very vulnerable parts of myself were my greatest fears. Because what if people didn't accept me? What if people didn't like me? And what if they judged me? What if they talked behind my back? And then I had a lot of help from my mindset coach and my business coach and quite a few people, and I realized, why would I live my life based on other people's thoughts of me? Why would I live my life based on what other people would think of me? Why would I live my life based on someone else's expectations? Why can't I live my life based on what I think is important to me? And why am I so afraid to show people who I am? Like, those were questions I had to ask myself in order for me to let go of that fear and in order for me to just step into my authentic self and to show people my work and to make YouTube videos. And I will just say that I've been so grateful for the response I've received, because it was a really difficult thing for me to do. But the response has been so amazing, and now I see that I had to do it in order to help people. And one of my main things that I want to do is to help people through that process of stepping into their authentic selves and what they truly want to do and who they truly want to be. So I don't want to make this video too long again, but I'm going to end this here. I just want to thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of these tips and just your own experiences. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been. And if you want a part 2, let me know. And I honestly hope this helps in any way. I just want to say the universe has your back, and with peace and love, take care.